Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore a cloud-based application software called as Zoom, which can be used to schedule online meetings, webinars, conferences, and even this application can be used to uh, conduct classes for the students online. So the purpose of this video is to make you guys understand how to use this application and what are the features in it and use this application effectively to conduct the classes for the students as well. So without any further ado, let us start having a look into that application software. So I'll go to the official website first. So have a look into it. This is the official website of this software application called as Zoom. And in order for you to use this application, you got to have a Zoom official ID, and even if you don't have the email account in this Zoom application, you can create it by doing the sign up process. And I'm going to walk you through with that step as well. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own account for this course and keep up with me. So in the top bar, you can see that there is a button in here which shows sign up. It's for free. So click on it. So basically you'll be prompted with a sign up page. In here, you have to input your email address. So as and when you input your email address and press sign up button, uh, a confirmation mail will be sent to your email address, and you have to log into your email address and you have to activate your account from there. Then only you can create your account in the Zoom application. So for this course, I'm going to use my official email address. So let me continue with this step. So click on sign up. So obviously, since I'm creating this application for the first time for this email account, a confirmation email has been sent to my email address. So let me go and explore that. So there you go. Do have a Zoom account in here. So in order for me to activate this account, I have to click on activate account in here. So click this. So now the account has been verified. Now I can set up the credentials for my profile in order to start using this application. So I'm going to give the name. I'm going to set the password. So they do have a certain set of rules for setting up the password. It should be 8 characters minimum, and at least a lowercase letter should be there, uppercase letter should be there, and there should be numerical values inside that. So choose your password wisely. All right. So then click on continue. So if you have your private website set up for this particular course, and if you want to conduct a meeting in that uh, virtual private network or in that domain only, you can set up these values in here, or else you can skip this step. You don't require anything as such. So now the account has been set up. Now you can start a demo meeting in here and have a look into it, how it works and so on. But instead of that, I'm going to go to my account because I want to start conducting a meeting on my own, and I will demonstrate that in a bit. Okay, so I'll click on go to my account. So obviously now the profile has been appearing on the screen, and you can have a look into it, what it contains and so on. You can set up your own profile, you can add a picture to it and so on. Now what I'm going to demonstrate is how to host a meeting and how to add participants to it. Okay, so let us say that I want to host a meeting in here, or say let us say that I want to conduct a class for the set of students, and I can do that with the help of this. So host a meeting with the video off. You can explore the option in here. So if you just want to share your screen and you don't want to do anything else, then you can go ahead with this option. Since I want to do the video as well, so I can click on it. So video on. So obviously this application requires a client setup to be done on your local machine. So that's what it is showing. You can access that in the browser itself, or else you can download that desktop application and you can use the Zoom application from there. So I'm going to follow the latter case. I'm going to click and download that. So a setup file has been downloaded. Depending upon your operating system, the setup might be different. If it is Windows, you might find it in exe file. If it is Linux, based on the distro, you can find the equivalent setup files like deb.rpm, and it depends. It depends upon the operating system. So let me click on it. So this is going to take a bit for the Zoom desktop application to be installed in your machine. So we'll wait for the completion of it, and afterwards I'm going to walk you through with the steps of setting up a, a meeting and inviting participants to it, right? So we'll wait. Okay, so I think the setup has been done. Um, so I believe this, you can see that this window itself is the client, and you can see the computer. And there are options for it. You can join with a computer audio, or else you can test the speaker and mic and etc. So I'm just going to go with the computer audio, and I'm going to walk you through with the steps. So let me pause the video here, and let me walk you through with the various options that we have in this particular application. All right. So the first, if you can look into the bottom part of this desktop application, you can see that there are certain uh, menu buttons that are available in here. So let me walk you through with that. So the first and foremost button is the audio button. So if you're using a dedicated mic, or if you're using the laptop sound itself as an input, you can either mute it or you can unmute it. So you can click on it, you can unclick, you can just unmute it. So that's the first option that we have. Then we have the second option, that is whether you can do a video session like this, or else you can stop the video session as well. So if you don't want to share, or if you don't want to do a video broadcast, you can stop it there. Then the third option that is there we have is like inviting the participants to participate in this particular meeting. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time in here, so have a look. So since I'm going to create a meeting in here, I need the participants to be there present in this particular meeting. So how do I invite them? So there are two ways to do it. If the clients or if the participants might be using different kind of devices, and Zoom application is going to work fine even for the mobile, even for the tablet, and even for the laptop. So there will be no issues. And as long as they have this URL along with the password, they can directly log into this particular session. So how do I invite certain students or certain people to participate in this particular meeting? For this, because what you can do is uh, let me walk you through with the options. Copy URL, you can do that. So if you do that, and if you go to Notepad, and if you can see what it does, copy, you can see that it's going to copy the link. So if you click on this link, you'll be redirected to the meeting. And one important thing is you have to pass meeting password along with this. So if there is no password, then you cannot log into the particular session. So this meeting password, you have to copy that. You have to manually write it if you're going for the copy URL option. So instead of that, you can go with the copy invitation. So if you do that, and if you just paste it in here, so you can see that we have a certain set of text that has been generated. So the first part of it is the URL link where exactly we are doing the meeting, and the meeting ID and the password. You can just click on this particular link, and as and when you click on this particular link, if you add this particular password over there, then probably you can directly log into the meeting. All right. So once you have this particular portion of text that has been generated, you can just copy this and you can broadcast it in the email to all the participants, or else you can just text this in WhatsApp or any other social media. So if they have this link along with the password, if they are using any of the devices such as mobile or tablet or laptop, they can directly log into the particular meeting and they can access it. The most important thing is the password. So for every meeting, you have to set up the password for it. All right. So this Zoom application is going to provide you a 40-minute of live stream. So anything apart from that, you got to have a paid account. So 40 minutes is going to be the limit for this particular application. All right. So this is how we can invite certain participants into the particular meeting. All right. So let me click on this and see what happens. Okay. I'm just going to copy this link. I'm going to go to the browser and I'm going to paste this. So now you can see that the the window has been popped up. So you can see who and all are participating in this particular event and meeting, and you can even chat with them, and you can discuss the any queries which are related to the particular session. All right. So let me close this and come back to the other things. What and all other things that we have. So once the participant has been added to this, so you will get the participant list in here. So for each of the participant, you can either mute them, or if you want to do if you want to rename that host name, you can do so from here. So once all the participant has been added to this particular meeting, all the list of participants will be available in here. One of the interesting feature that I found it interesting is mute all. Suppose if you are giving a presentation and if you don't want any disturbance to happen during the presentation, you can just click on mute all. So what this option is going to do is for the entire session that you're going to present, all the other participant will not be able to send any voice message or anything as such. Once the presentation is done, you can just click on unmute all and you can have a conversation. So what are the other options that we have? So play enter exit cam, in the sense whenever a new participant has been added, a small tone will be appearing in here. So that's what it is. Okay, so now come back to this. The next option that we have is share screen. Suppose if you don't want to do a video broadcast, instead of it you just want to share your desktop and you want to play a presentation over there, then you can do so by clicking on this particular share screen option. So there you go. So it will tell me what you want to do. Suppose if I want to just click on a whiteboard and if I want to write something on it and I want to convey the certain messages to the participants who are of the meeting or the students, you can just go ahead with the whiteboard. So this will give you a whole set of tools that you can use. You can write something and you can draw something. You can just write text in here. Uh, and you can highlight it, and if you want to teach something on the board, like just like a whiteboard, this option is going to let you do that. All right, so this is one of the option that is there. And what are the other options that we have? So suppose if I want to present certain things, suppose if I want to show a code which is there in a notepad or something like that, I can do that with the help of this. So here also the same thing. You can see that this is the window that has been there in the back end of this. I can view the content of this window from here. All right. So what if I want to present something? What if I want to play a PPT in here? So how can I do that? So let me pick a PPT for this course. So here's one PPT that I shared. Okay. Now let me come back to this Zoom application. In here, let me click on the screen share. Now you can see the PPT in here. So click on this. Now you can press the slideshow. So there you go. The PPT has been played and this has been shared to all the participants and they can see what and all things that are there in here. So suppose if I want to describe what is the agenda of this particular slideshow, this is a previous PPT that I took for Internet of Things. So which gives a brief introduction about Linux, flavors of Linux, Linux features, Linux architectures, and so on. So whoever the orator is who can share their PPT this way as well. So this is another one of the good feature that this particular application has. So now let me walk you through with what are the other options that we have. So if I want to chat with the participants, then I can do so. The message typing can be either a single unicast or a multi-broadcast. In the sense, if you can click on this, if you want to broadcast something, you can type something in here. So something like this. This is a broadcast. Just press enter and the message will be sent to everyone who is having this window up. Suppose if I want to broadcast something, you can use this option, that is chat option. Now what if certain people are facing internet issues and all? So for those people, this application is going to provide you an option to record the session and pass this session to the students as well. So let me show you how to do that. Let's say that I want to play this particular PPT and I want to record the session. Click on this record, and as and when you click on it, you can see that now the session has been recorded. And once the session has been completed, a video file will be generated, and this file can be shared to the fellow participants as well. So you can see the options that has been enabled just because you press that share button. So one is pause, you can pause the session and you can stop it as well. All right. So one last option that we have in this case is reaction. Suppose if the particular session has been running well and if the students want to comment something, if they want to show a reaction to it, you can do so by clicking on these emoticons. So one last final option that we have is end meeting. If you click on it, the meeting session will be closed and of course the video will be shared. So let me show you what will happen if I click on end meeting. So end meeting for all, there you go. The Now it's going to take a bit of time for the video to be processed, and you can find that video somewhere in here. So it has been saved over there, and you can go ahead and look into that video, share that video to the concerned participants of that particular meeting. So this is how we can use this particular Zoom application to conduct a meeting. So whether it might be a faculty meeting, whether it might be a departmental meeting, whether it might be a student meeting. So we can use this application to set up that environment and add participants to it. All right. So the only thing that you got to have as in this case is you got to have a desktop client. You have to got to have a good mic, good speaker, maybe a good headset would suffice well. And as long as you have a device with the Zoom application installed in it, whether it might be a mobile phone or whether it might be a tablet or a laptop, so you're good to go, and you will be able to use this application. So that's it for today. I do hope that you guys have learned something new. So thank you.